Sorry, I let them out. So, scientific talk. Every morning, millions of Americans step on a scale and weigh themselves, right? Well, of course, that's what we do. But in scientific terms, that is completely wrong because a scale does not measure mass. And when we measure ourselves in the morning, that's what we're looking at. Mass versus weight is confusing, and so are the instruments that measure them. This is very similar to a bathroom scale that most of us have in our homes. However, it is a digital balance. A balance measures mass, which is measured in grams or kilograms. Each of your groups will get one of these. To use it, you simply press the on button here on the left. On the screen you will see a bunch of 8s, and that is the machine just warming up, getting itself zeroed, getting all ready. And then you will just see one single zero. When you see one single zero, it is ready to be used. We take our object, this is a lock, and we gently place it on the scale. We do not drop it, we do not press on the scale, we do not mess with the scale. This is a pretty delicate mechanism inside. We gently place the lock on the scale. We watch the numbers change. When the numbers stop changing, that is our mass, recorded on the worksheet that you will get. Then we are also talking about weight. Weight is the effect, the force of gravity on an object. It is measured on a scale. This is called a spring scale. It has a lovely spring inside, and it is measured in newtons. So you will all get a ring stand with a clamp. We put our little spring scale in there so it is hanging freely. It shouldn't be pushing up against anyone, and it should always be at 0. If it's got a little disc in there at the top, that should be at 0. If it's not at 0, let me know and I will fix it for you. Then we take what we're going to be measuring, hang it on the hook, and the little green disc goes down. Now there are 2 scales of measurement on this scale. One is in grams, but I've taped that off so it's not to confuse you. The one that you can read is newtons, and it goes from 0 to 5. So it's in increments. You'll say 0, 0.5, 1.0, etc. So you put your object on there, you wait till it's nice and stable, you look at where the top green disc is, you write that down as newtons on your lab sheet. Now I know this is really fun, a really fun toy to play with. No, it's not. Please do not go jerking on the spring. That will mess it up. Do not throw it, do not toss it, do not play with it. Our balance, they are very inexpensive. The school bought a ton of them, so they can't be too expensive. However, they still have a delicate mechanism there. Do not carry it like this. That will mess it up. Do not carry it like this. Do not carry it like this. When you carry it like this, preferably with 2 hands, but I realize that's probably not going to happen. They are really lightweight. So you will each get one digital balance, 1 spring scale, 1 ring stand, and 1 object. There are 6 different objects that we are going to be measuring, but I want everyone to measure exactly the same object. So instead of everyone measuring a pencil, I have 1 pencil that you each will measure. I have 1 dry erase marker that you each will measure, and a couple other things. How we're going to do this, you will get your scale, your balance, your ring stand, and 1 object to be weighed for your group. Take it back to your table, weigh, write, answer the question, and then each group will trade an object. So if you start with the lock, pass it to the group that has the dry erase marker, and take the dry erase marker or the pencil or the stapler or what else did I have? The paper clip. This is what we will be measuring. Okay, when everyone has everything measured, there's another question I asked you at the bottom. based on what you can infer from what you just weighed. Based on what the things you just weighed, how much do you think a dry erase marker is going to weigh? And tell me your reasoning. Don't just say, I think it's going to weigh X number of grams. See, I said that wrong. I want to know the mass of this dry erase marker. What do you think its mass will be in grams? Then on the back side, there are 2 questions, 2 pictures for you to look at, analyze, and answer one question. All right, so you have been divided into groups. Each group has a group leader. The group leader will be responsible for collecting the equipment you need, and everyone is responsible for filling out the lab sheet, the worksheet. And this, the whole point of this is to get us ready for next week when we will be measuring mass, weight, and the force needed to move an object. Okay? Go for it.